We see, don't we, all that we experience is understandable as a spectrum of vibrations. There are different kinds of spectra. There's the spectrum of light, there's the spectrum of sound. We can also think of spectra of smells, of tactile feelings, of emotions, and so on all down the line. We are, as it were, living in the midst of a woven tapestry. And so on all down the line. We are, as it were, living in the midst of a woven tapestry.
Peace, peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. That's WEBR Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. I got another full house, man. To my left, we got Kevin Scene Lewis. Peace.
Peace. What's good?
What's going on, man? To your left, we got Mike Pacheco, Move Clothing.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? You got to stay on that mic, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, there you go. To your left, we got my man Theory.
What's good, Fairfax? Back in the house.
What's going on, man? To your left, we got Noik the Grizz. Peace. And to your left, we got El Better.
Peace, peace.
What's going on, everybody? Today, we're talking about who runs the hip-hop engine. I want to know who runs hip-hop in 2014. Who's going to run it in 2014? You know what I'm saying? I want to know who's been running it. We have some of the history. We've been doing some research. I think everyone here did some research too, and that's what we're gonna talk about, man. We got some facts here. We got Usin on the lens. Choppy Chop's gonna be here at the second half. Winner of the 3rd annual Beat Conductors head-to-head battle. Yeah, man. So let's get right into it, man.
All right, so let's be clear. When you saying hip hop, the hip hop engine, not just hip hop the culture, but who's running hip hop.
Well, we'll talk about that too, because I want to know about hip hop culture too. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, does hip hop culture and the hip hop music scene, or you know what I'm saying, hip hop, because hip hop is a musical genre. It's a genre of music, right? To the best of my knowledge.
Well, the music, hip hop music is a genre of music, but hip hop itself to me is a culture, is a lifestyle.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about that too, but I want to know about the music side of it. I want to know, I want to know who's selling what.
Running,
you know what I mean? I want to know about the music side, because it all started with the music, really.
I'm asking, your question is that saying who runs it as far as behind the scene or actual artists?
Well, that's what I want to break down.
Their thing.
That's what I want to break down, because I want to know, all right, so behind the scenes, right, is one thing, but everyone's being financed, right? Obviously, we always know the artist, but the artist needs to be behind the scenes. They need the producers, right?
Right.
But then the producers and the artists need the money. So where does the money come from?
The money comes from that pot that controls the entertainment industry, period.
And that's what I want to talk about. So those are the people who actually, well, see, that's what it is. I don't know. I can't say. I want to know, is it those people who've got the money, who got the pot, that run the industry, that run the musical engine of hip-hop, or is it the people? Because, in America, they say it's supply and demand, or demand and supply, right? So are people really demanding it, or is it just the fact that rich people are putting money into things that they want to put into, and then people just follow? You know what I'm saying? Like, because anybody you ask, they're like, nah, man, I like that music. It's because I like it. If you try to tell them, well, you've been duped into liking it, they're going to be like, nah, that's just, I really like it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to find out. That's what I want to make clear today, man, because I'm confused myself, yo, because last week I got all this 85er music ready for the battle, you know what I'm saying, for the after party. And then I realized all the kids wanted to hear 90s hip hop, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So we'll play some 90s hip hop. But then what they wanted to hear was still 90s hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was the popular stuff. And so that's what I just want to find out. Like, I just want to know where everybody's mind's at. So, go ahead,
Shall
Theory.
we begin?
Let's do it, man.
Who runs hip hop? Well, you look at it, it's bottom line, it's a business. So money runs music, and that's all across all genres. And, it's handled.
Yeah, it's hard to make it function without that capital.
Exactly. The money runs it. You know what I mean? And the people that control the money, it's an establishment.
They call the shots.
They call the shots. It's an establishment that has existed throughout, from the very beginning. It was started to be a business. It has a life of its own. Money runs it. And you market to put the potential consumer And you can see the returns when it's on the scale of, the orders of millions and millions of people. You know what I'm saying? You do something and you check the numbers and you can see a return. And when it makes money, then it makes sense, period. This is the plan, and I've seen it and I approve, and it's targeted at 15-year-olds. We put it out there on the market.
Let's put some backing into that. Yeah, let's get that out there.
And then we do a survey, and lo and behold, look at what 15-year-olds are buying. We've got proof. So we're going to stick with what's
more
working.
Of that.
It
makes some more money.
That's right. Taste and money are going to be two whole different things. Just because.
All right, hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. Hold on. Because taste and money, right, like you said, right? It goes back to hip-hop as a music genre versus hip-hop culture, right?
Yeah.
So
the question starts like hip-hop started as a culture. The culture was ran by the people who were a part of that culture. So once the people allow the outsiders who were the people who had money, the businesses, to come in and participate in that culture, eventually that culture is sold to the investor. And it's not ran by the people anymore.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that when I learned about the subject matter, I came in thinking about what is hip hop versus rap. Like when it becomes because what rap is today is what R&B was back in the 80s. And hip hop came up out of that, as an organic movement that came out that people couldn't stop, grassroots, because the people ran that. And it was creative. It was there was no money involved in it. So like when I come up today and I look at what happens when hip hop gets that money into it. I don't call it hip hop no more. I call it rap.
Yeah.
It's rap music. And so with rap music, you lose. It's what R&B was back in the day. And I think it doesn't so much the culture. It's you got money running it.
But where is that money coming from? That's what I'm trying to say. So
record execs, man, if there's money to be made, they're gonna find somebody that's gonna, take advantage of that.
Overall, it's the major labels.
Yeah, the
major labels.
The labels are the ones who are backing, the groups that are coming out. They're the ones that are putting the capital into these organizations or into these groups. So, a lot of times, had it not been for that financial backing, you wouldn't really hear from them, especially back in the day. Now it's a little bit different because we have the internet. So you do get the chance to hear somebody that's not signed to a major label. That's an underground market that's going pretty strong.
And can you give us the 3 major labels today? As of 2012, there's only 3 major labels.
With Sony, Universal.
Yep. And there's one more. Warner Music.
Yeah,
it's
Warner.
Universal Music Group, it's Sony Music Entertainment, and it's Warner Music Group.
Warner.
Those are the 3 right now. Those are 3 the major labels. You know
all
what I'm saying?
other labels come under them. They
and everything,
the
trickles down.
Yeah,
everything is smaller. Yeah, exactly.
Maybach, Def Jams, Death Row, all that.
And I want to talk about the perception behind that too, because a lot of kids just think it ends right there with Maybach music. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing more. It's just Maybach music, and they do everything. But that's a fallacy too.
The whole thing is, you got to figure it's like 3 generations. There's 2 generations of kids at this point, pretty much.
Who are grown now,
and their first exposure to hip hop on the radio was make them say, everything before that doesn't exist for them. What it is to them, there was a time we had, The Price is Right, these TV shows with these orchestras and the types of music that they played, this big band thing. And that was like your grandparents' music. That's what was available when the radio was playing. You know what I'm saying? So, as a baby, you hear that stuff, 3 or 4 years old, you remember the ultra classics or whatever. But I mean, I'm a 70s baby, but like my parents' music, you know what I'm saying? They were young people through that 70s period, through all the good joints. But when they were kids, it was Baroque, you know what I'm saying? My mother was born, I can't say that.
Well, look,
in 1940-something. But what my point is that music is archaic and ancient to them. There's whatever vibe existed for us can't exist for them. You know what I'm saying? It's an entire generation back. They can't. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see it, let it live. It's just not for them. What's missing is that machine aiming at me as a consumer. Because your 15-year-old, you found out that mommy and daddy bought them what they wanted, but there's a whole bunch of me making money. And you know what I'm saying? It's burning a hole in my pocket. So how about you, make me a consumer?
So I got a question for you, but real quick, I just want to say peace to Choppy. Just walked in. You got headphones, everything cool?
I'm good.
All right,
I
that's
can
what's up.
hear
You want to say
everything,
peace to the
bro.
people?
Fuck it.
Let everybody
Yo,
know who
what's
you
going
are.
on? Choppy chop.
Just get up on that mic, man.
Yo. That a little better?
There you go.
You can work with that?
Can you hear yourself?
I can hear myself. I'm good, man.
This is what's up.
If I can't hear myself, I'll make myself known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, introductions, Choppy Sound. It's the crew.
You got
Black Raven. My son Graffiti.
There you go.
My brother Body Parts over
Peace.
here.
What's going on,
You know,
fam?
the whole COC fam, Chamba fam, you know what I mean? We just come up in here. Sorry we so late, slid in a little bit, you know.
It's all
but,
good. You know what we're
yeah.
talking about, though, right?
Yes.
We're talking about who runs the hip hop engine.
Wish it was me, but hey,
Yeah, I feel
you know what I
man.
mean? The powers that be, they already did their thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. But so what I wanted to ask, man, so where we're at right now, like you were saying about the 70s, right? I'm just looking at a chart here, and there was only 4 labels in the 70s, right? And they all got eaten up by the other major labels that were like BMG in the 90s, BMG, Sony, MCA, EMI. EMI has been around for a while, but they got eaten up more recently, like in 2011, I think. But now, so those companies that broke out, this is to everybody, those companies that broke out, they broke out in the 90s on new music, and one of the genres being hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like now these labels, they came off of whatever our parents were listening to, R&B, soul music, funk, whatever else, you know, jazz or rock or whatever it may be. And then they saw the opportunity, right? And then so when they saw the opportunity, they put money into hip-hop. They put money into rappers and into beat makers and DJs and like Better was saying, the whole culture of hip-hop, right?
See, I think that's where things kind of got misconstrued and messed up
That's what I was
for
gonna
the better
say,
of
yeah.
the people, because it wasn't the
But people got paid, though.
People got paid,
so
but it wasn't the people who were organizing the business.
Okay.
And that's what things
So let's
got
talk about
taken
that.
away
That's
from
what I'm
their
saying.
hands. You know what I mean? It was a company that came in and, you know, tapped into the culture, but it wasn't the culture running it. So once they figured that they had to understand.
But that's when you
I got
get.
one statement for, hold on. I got one statement for that.
What's that, God?
On the way up here, listening to Grind Date, De La Soul. And one of the little interludes on there, brother was talking about hip hop is the only genre of music where people that's getting paid off it don't even love it, don't even know who is performing, don't even know who's doing the MCing, the DJing, the producing, nothing, and they getting paid off it more than we getting paid off. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I want to put it down as far as hip hop and you know who's really controlling, who's running things. The folks that don't even love it don't
ain't
even
the
have no
artist.
idea about it.
I'm looking at a chart over here on I should plug it in. I mean, it's rapgenius.com. I'm not advocating for them, but there's something I was looking up here, and it says the great divide between the record label, the distributors, and then the band, or, you know, the artist. And it says that the label always gets 63% or more. Distributor gets like, you know, around 24, 25%, and then whatever's left, which is like 12, 13%, comes back to the artist.
That's
It
crazy,
says the
man.
band. It's the band. So that means, you know, the artist, the producer, I mean, everything that's going into
So that's
that.
the whole group, because it's never just.
That's what I'm saying, the
yeah,
whole group.
It's just the MC.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got 12% out of all that to break up for like 50 people,
Yeah, exactly.
if not
yeah.
more.
And that goes back to the show we had a few weeks ago about the fallacies of being signed. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone thinks like everything's all good, but they fail to realize that you're not making much money.
But they got a monopoly on the money because you can't get paid without. They got the money. You got to get it from them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when it comes to that,
Everybody only offering 360
Yeah.
deals. Everybody's offering 360 deals, which means they eat off everything you do.
Yeah, exactly.
For the last 5, 6, 7 years, and that's not gonna stop.
It says here they make about 2.34% of everything sold. So that means if you make $1,000 in sales, you're only getting $23.40.
Okay,
From a stack.
so put some zeros on that. If it's 10 million in sales,
10 million, so 1,000 divided, or 10 million divided by 1,000 is 100,000.
120,000 bucks.
120, you add
Jeez. I mean, so it's all up
6,
front.
7 more zeros.
It's all up front.
Yeah,
man.
so you're getting like
That's what TLC was saying.
230,000.
It's all up front. You see Drake in a Bugatti Veyron. I mean, yeah, he's moved some records, but
Rented.
with these
Interesting fact though. Hold
You know
on,
what
hold
I'm
on. But look, even Drake. But look, my fault. Cause you brought it up though. So look, man.
And your
But
mic,
look,
and your mic is loud. too.
last year, my fault, man. But look, last year, the highest selling record last year, right? 144,000
yeah, I hear
records.
you because your mic is real loud.
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
144,000 records, and that's supposed to be something special. 144,000
Yeah,
records.
I think I'll tell you why it's special. because he's indie, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's what
yeah,
it is.
So
Yeah.
that breakdown, add that 63%, like put that in his bank account.
Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just paid everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody else is paid, and that 63% is in Mac Miller's bank account. He's living. That's the dream right there. You know, today we have an opportunity. If you can get a fan base, you can feed them. You know, feed the jet. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for that stream of information. Just keep it coming, keep it coming. But you got to reach them. You know, they believe in you. They'll support you. You don't even need the label. McElroy.
Same website. All right, so same
Completely.
website, rapgenius.com. It says if you go independent, you usually put out about 30% to iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, whatever you use, which means you still get 70% back to yourself. Which means, I mean, you got to be your own independent label, basically. You know what I'm saying? Which means that you would have to pay for your production. But today, everybody's just downloading beats online, getting free joints. So I guess, you know, they could make all the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you go independent.
It's a wild thing. I mean, if you think about it, anything you can hear, I mean, with the little bit of technology that just floating around for pennies, anything you can hear, you can record, keep for later and listen. Just like when anything we could hear with our, we used to record on our tape decks, boom boxes. You know what I'm saying? Keep it for later. You know, and then there's some of us that you know when you want the higher quality of it and the artwork and the track listing and all the rest, you know, it's worth the investment. Get it for free and knock around to the crappy sounding version, right? Or you know, you believe in it, you buy it. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. I mean, just like you said, like we used to always record off the radio and listen to it, bump it all, you know, for years. Now it's the same thing because now it seems like people are just finding music online. They'll go to YouTube or whatever and they'll rip it and then they'll convert it into whatever they think is best. And I'm going to talk to you about that too,
See,
man.
that's back when DJs broke records and you were able to, you know, be exposed to new things that are not, you know, now the program directors are complete puppets, which makes the DJs complete puppets.
There is no breaking records anymore.
Yeah, there's no more breaking
such
records,
thing,
not on radio.
I listen to cats on Hot 97 in New York, and you know they have videos to accompany what they do. And the wild thing is, you know, there's a list. They're handed the list of records that are going to play. They don't even listen. They just sit there, you know, in a room and just kick it. They eat, drink, sip. Oh, what? We got to go back on, and then you know, just record a little break and then hit play. Don't even listen when the time is running down. Living jukeboxes, and it's not their fault. You know, it's the power.
Honestly, it's not even
industry.
like that. Like even this radio station, right? Everything's plugged into a system, into a computer software. And it just goes. It just keeps going. It's just back to back to back. You don't have to do anything. I mean, all you got to do is plug in a file. And you can plug that file in a year prior to the show airing. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Don't bang.
Oh, you don't
I'll
like me
tell you.
banging?
Yeah, well, I mean,
You can hear it, huh?
This is the
Yeah,
professionalism,
that's what's up, man.
the magnificent studios that we're in, and the wonderful professionalism of the show.
Hey, man, I'm like, I got to use my hands, man. Sometimes I got to do
Your
it. But that's what's up, man. I also wanted to ask everybody. So actually, you know what I want to do real quick is I want to go down a few of the major hip hop labels since the beginning, and then I just want to make sure this is a good list too. I'm looking at another website here called RateYourMusic.com. I don't even know what this is, but I just found it. But basically, they say that the first hip hop label was Sugar Hill Records. We all agree to that?
That's my first piece of vinyl, man.
Oh, Sugar Hill Records?
Yeah, Sugar Hill Gang. You got hip,
Yeah.
hop, the hip to the hip, the hip, hip. I heard some kids rapping in the bathroom in school. I was like, what? Hey, Dad.
Officially,
That's the first time I'd ever even heard rapping.
it says officially they started in 1978 and they went to 1984, and then when they shut down or around the same time, Def Jam popped up. I'm sure everybody knows Def Jam.
Oh, man, the coveted Def Jam jacket. You know what I'm saying?
No, does it say which one out of three?
Say again?
Does it say which one out of three Sugar Hill Gang records was under? Universal, Sony?
Nah. I mean, I don't see it here, man. But I mean, yeah, they probably, you know, I mean, obviously they have to go through somebody else. I don't see it right here.
Hey, you got some beats right there, man? Flow something over. A little switch.
Some
up.
other joints. I mean, I got your beats. I got some old joints, but I know Choppy got some beats for us. Yeah, we're gonna. I don't even have a charger, man, but we're gonna get into some of Choppy's beats. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna take a quick break, man, so we can get all this stuff together. But when we get back, we're gonna talk to Choppy. I don't have any USB for you, man. Nah, ain't nothing over here, man. But we'll do that in a second. Yeah, let's just get to the break. But Choppy, let's just let everybody know who you are, man. Choppy Chop just won the Beat Conductors' 3rd annual head-to-head battle, which was right here in Fairfax. Go ahead, get on that mic, man. Give him that mic there.
I can't hear myself, but it's all good. I guess they're a little short in this joint, but yeah, man.
You're unplugged, man. You're not even plugged in.
No, I'm plugged in.
Oh, you plugged into somebody
there.
there.
There we go. Ha ha ha. There we go. Yeah, man, I had a good time, man. You know, I just did my thing out there, man. You know, play some music, man. That's all it's about. You know what I mean? In the long run, you know, I do music all the time. Been doing music for 20 plus years.
Yeah, that's what's
You know
up.
what I mean?
And if people wanted to find you online, man, how can they find you?
They can find me anywhere. Just put in Chopping This Monster. Google me, Chopping This Monster. I'm on Facebook, Chopping This Monster. With an A, not an ER, but an A.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on Twitter. I'm on MySpace. Just put in Chopping This Monster,
That's what's
man.
up.
Yeah.
Twitter, same thing, Chopping This Monster.
Or you can go to chamba.com or you can go to choppysound.com.
All right, cool.
Yeah, either one.
That's what's up. When we get back, we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about your music. We're going to talk about the battle. We got 2 other judges here, right? We got any more judges? No, we got 2 of the judges from the battle. Yep. So we'll talk to you guys. Mike hasn't even said a word, man. Mike's not really involved with the music. He's more involved with the art, yeah. We'll talk about art wars, man, graffiti wars, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that, too. But this is On Beat with OHLOW. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a long break, actually, and we'll be right back. Peace. Peace, peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax, WEBR Radio Fairfax. I'm sitting here kicking it with the full house, but we're talking to Choppy, winner of the Beat Conductors' 3rd annual head-to-head battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to ask you, man, you know, you came out, like I said earlier, man, you took them out. I know you said you have fun, but you took them out, man. You had that AR-15 ready.
Bruh, I ain't look, the beats I wanted to play, I ain't even play. I just had fun, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How'd you like that sample, man?
Yo, I'm telling you, as soon as I heard that sample, yo, I was like, yo, I'm keeping that joint. I just want to let you know I'm keeping that joint. We doing a song and a video to that joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
That was square deal from the top. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like that? No drums, all that? Oh, what, and that crazy stuff in the background?
And see, that was part of it, too, because I usually give up pretty good samples, you know, good selection of music that have good drums. So, you know, when you have drums, it makes it easy. You know what I'm saying?
No, he doesn't. You know, you made it mad tough on us, man.
At the last battle,
man.
That was the last battle.
But see, you gotta come with the solid stuff. I mean, solid stuff first, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, just remember, you got to remember, keep it clean.
Yes, sir.
No selling and no call for action. Just got to remember that.
Yeah.
But So no, what I was saying is, this time around, like every time we gotta raise the bar, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to raise the bar every single time around, because when we raise the bar, it shows what it does is it allows people to grow, because people come out and they give their all, they give their best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a transformation. But then it also it allows us to filter out the people who can't make the cut. You know what I mean? That's right. And that's just real talk, man, because a lot of people fall under pressure. And there's no disrespect to anybody. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of pressure, how about sitting there with your gear while always DJing, trying to create a beat from scratch?
And can't hear nothing.
How was that? How was that for you?
That was actually, I mean, it was a good thing I had a good pair of headphones on me, because, I mean, I can hear a little bit, but that's why my drum sounded so crazy, because I kept layering them because I couldn't hear it anyways. So it just came out at the right point, you know, and that sample, man, it was, you know, it's classic, man. I just dropped some craziness to it, you know?
And I wanted to ask you, man, so, you know, I know you said earlier you've been 20 years in the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so who have you worked with? I know you've worked with a lot of, like, local legends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But outside of the area, who else have you worked with?
I mean, I did something for Carl Thomas back in the days, and that's about it, you know what I mean?
Word.
I've been doing a lot of stuff locally.
When he was signed to Bad Boy?
Yeah, when he was signed to Bad Boy.
That's not it, man. That's big. Carl Thomas was a huge artist, man.
You know, but it wasn't nothing. It didn't make the album, you know what I mean? So
yeah, but still, it's an experience, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, I had a good time with that, and this is mostly my family, man. We've been doing this for a minute, you know.
Word.
I started out dancing.
Oh, okay.
If you don't believe it or not, I started out dancing, bro.
Breakdancing?
Bro, breakdancing, doing the scuba and scrapping, to pull your shirt up, joint, whoa, back up, you know what I'm saying? The whole shebang, you know?
Yeah, that's how I got into
And I went
it.
from there, I was MCing, and I was crazy, yo, you know, SUK, Stick Up Kids, it was a whole family doing our thing, and COC, Corporation of Crooks, Champs Over Challenges, you know, we've been doing stuff and then, you know, but then life came into fruition, you know, I got one of my sons here, you know what I mean? He's 20.
Grown man.
He's 20, you know what I'm saying?
that's
So I've been
what's up,
doing
man.
since he's been born, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how long it's been, you know, doing this thing. But you know, regardless if I make $1 or $1 million, I'm still gonna do music.
I feel you. It's in your heart, man.
You know what I
You
mean?
gotta
It's
let
gonna
it
be
out.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. What's the? I know the equipment you're using today because I seen your beat conductor segment. But
Yeah.
what was some of the equipment that you started out on?
I
You know what
started
I'm
out
saying? Some of
on
the
a
old
tape
joints.
deck, man. When I would
Yeah.
record, pause, rewind,
Pause,
record,
mix.
pause, rewind. You know, and I had a little turntable up top of that joint, so it was like volume, tibit, and that was my crossfader. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I started out with. I mean, I learned from the ASR 10 from some folks. My man Will, you know, he taught me how to use that joint. My man Six and Jet. We used to do D2E studios back in the days of Wheaton Plaza. You know what I mean? And we've been doing stuff since then, man. I jumped on the ASR X. He had the black joint, you know. He got that joint, man. It was like, oh no, what am I gonna do now? And I started sampling, doing crazy stuff, and I got a keyboard and started messing with that, you know. So I always dipped and dived in different instruments. So I played a little bit of keyboard, I played a little bit of guitar, man, a little bit of bass, and I just go from there, man. And now, I mean, I use everything I can think of, man.
That's what's
You
up,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
I jump on it. So it's whatever's there. I'll make something happen.
And I want to ask you, man, like, you know, we were talking about the early stages of hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
True.
The rap labels and stuff. Which one of the labels was one of the first to really capture your heart when it comes to hip hop?
Cold chillin'.
Oh, Cold Chillin'. All
What?
right. So Cold
Juice
Chillin'.
Crew?
Yeah.
Juice Crew? You can't tell me nothing Big Daddy Kane came out, yo.
Cold Chillin' Records was actually founded in 1987. That was like the beginning of the golden era. of
Yeah.
hip
That was
hop.
the squad right there, though.
Yeah.
Because they had Melly Mel, Big Daddy K, they had Cool G Rap,
Biz
they had,
Markie.
Biz Markie,
Marley Marl,
Molly Marl,
Roxanne Shante, Master Ace.
Master Ace.
That was the first Wu-Tang, bruh. You know,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a little bit of everything
Yeah.
in that joint, man.
Oh, squad was thorough, man.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
right there, yo.
Yes, indeed.
Kane was
Yeah.
right for everybody. Let me stop. Kane was that
Yo,
dude, though, yeah.
Big Daddy King was there. Yo, he was the epitome of MCing back in the day for
So,
me.
yo, let's get back to the subject at hand, man, which is who runs the hip hop engine? Who's been running it? Like even Cold Chillin', right? I was just looking it up here. It says that it was founded by, I just saw it too, Tyrone Williams. Who is that? Anybody even know who that is?
I don't even know who Tyrone Williams is, but good looking out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, Bo.
He brought some classic material to the table.
And you know, it says that he actually, when he shut down, it says 1998, the label shut down and bought out Massachusetts-based Landspeed Records, which is another pretty big name,
Yeah.
and especially in underground hip hop in the late 90s, early 2000. It says that they got distribution through Warner Brothers again. So it goes back to, you know, Epic Records, Time Warner. It goes back to the same thing, man. Everybody needs a major. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we all know about them, obviously they were funded by a major label. Mike, you've been real quiet, man. What does art have to do with all this, man? Does art have to do anything?
Music? I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you have, as far as hip hop goes, I mean, you got the graffiti scene that was kind of right next to it, and like Choppy Chop was saying, he was a b-boy at one point. So
It's the visuals.
so he's kind of
It
like
is art.
Yes,
has
sir.
all the pieces, you know, b-boy, DJ, MC, and I'm sure he's seen a lot of graffiti writers, you know, or artists, you know, coming up along the way. So, but yeah, I mean, we're all together. It's all one thing, you know, like when as far as the elements of hip hop go, you know.
when it comes
So,
to
yeah.
art, though,
Yeah.
has art been affected the same way as the music when it comes to like being
as far as
commercialized?
like who runs it,
Yeah.
I mean,
and who runs it? Like same thing. Like who runs?
I mean, there's people who are investing in it.
are
which
the
is-
same
that's thing,
people
you know?
the same people who run the hip hop engine? The same people who run this art engine today?
I would say they're using artists for certain things, you know, as far as music videos, advertisements. You're seeing more
Yeah, that's
graffiti
what I was
artists
gonna say.
involved.
To a degree, I think it's like that.
But I mean, what like you guys were saying earlier, it's like for artists, we have usually the gallery that gets involved, and they take like 50% right off the top. So, you know what I mean? So right there, you it's kind of like the only way to really get all the money is to like open your own gallery or like, you know, open your own label and then start. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Question for everybody, but I'm gonna start with you. So how do you feel about that? Is that a good trade-off? I mean, if you're a
lot of artists are against it. A lot of artists, if you
okay, like, but look, let me finish my question though. Look, so but a lot of artists are against it, but do they have the resources to do it on their own?
They don't, which is why I like personally, I think the galleries they do the marketing of it. You know, and that's the hardest part really is marketing yourself. And I mean, and I've been working on, you know, doing a clothing line and doing my own art, and it's really hard to get your name out, you know. And I've seen really talented people out there who just, you know, they just do their thing because they love it. But at the same time, I mean, it would be nice if we could all get compensated for it, you know, and then and more, you know. So I think that's the hardest thing, you know. Is so that's why the galleries help. And I mean, you look at these music labels, and yeah, some of them don't give. Can I say that?
Oh man, no,
Sorry.
you can't say that.
All right, they don't care. You know, but they don't even care about the art. They don't care to listen or look, you know, but they can see the numbers and that's all that matters. So as far as that goes, I mean, yeah, does it bother me? I you know, I don't really, if they don't care about me, I probably really don't care about them, you know. I just but I got to keep moving forward, and I think the idea is to keep growing, and the more we will look out for each other, and the idea even with me and Move, what we're doing is looking out for other artists, you know. So
exactly.
If I
you kind of create your own lane.
Yeah, you know, we're that way we don't have to follow, you know,
exactly,
the rules or guidelines for, you know, certain, you know, whatever. That's why we brought like Kevin came through, scene. You know, he came in, and it's like I said, I don't want anything from him other than to just, you know, do your thing, and you know, I'll provide him with supplies and all that, and you know, so
and he's been doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yes,
Go ahead, Shane.
I just got to say one thing about just the art industry. It's not the same people that's running as the music industry, but it's the same principle.
Same
galleries, the same principle.
Same principle behind it. Yeah, okay.
You know, you have the galleries that are established. For you to even get into those galleries, you got to follow the code, follow the path that's been laid ahead of you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Which will cut
levels
down
to this.
you know,
Levels
it
to
is.
this.
You know what I'm saying? But it cuts down to the creativity. So you got to make your own lane, and that's the same spirit of hip hop. That's the same thing of, you know, they like, yo, you keep doing your thing, but we're going to do our thing.
Revolutionary.
And then you're going to realize and you're going to see it, but then you're going to come in and try and capitalize it. That's why there's lowbrow galleries that's out here now that has street art inside of a gallery.
Yeah, exactly.
That was never heard of before. But that's all from the same thing as hip hop. You know, cats going to do what they're going to do. Somebody's going to recognize, going to get hype. And then it turns into a money.
I got a question, man. Again, this is for everybody again, but I'm going to start with you real quick. Let's just make it quick because we're running out of time, too. I see a lot of things on the internet, right? And one of the big things right now, the big fad that really makes me mad is this pay to play or pay to perform or pay to audition. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, is there something like that with artists? Is there people out there saying, well, if you pay us, we'll allow you to come into the gallery?
Definitely. Agents. Yeah.
No, I'm not even talking about agents. I'm just talking about random people who are like on social media. You know what I'm saying? Just random promoters or whatever. They're not even. I mean, agents. I mean, they have connections. I'm talking about outside of those circles.
Yeah.
I get the agent part of it.
Yeah, I mean, certain art shows, definitely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
all right. So this is all right to everybody else now. When it comes to music, I know everybody sees this, man, because everyone's doing it, especially in this area. A lot of people are doing it. Pay to perform, right? Pay 25 or pay to audition. Like, what is
that's programming? That's programming that comes from.
But what are they
the
auditioning
entity
for?
that runs the entertainment business?
No. But these are just random cats in the area,
because
man.
you're gonna sell when you can sell. If you can make money, and this is a capitalist country, why I'm not going to take advantage of all of these starving artists and these kids who have dreams to pay to perform at an event that's really not going to change their careers.
It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything.
So
it's not going to change their careers. But I tell you what, it's forge your own lane, as the artists have, as we did with hip hop. You know, us coming up through the hard knock schools of U Street. You know what I'm saying? Bringing, you know, I brought a turntable. Somebody's got some needles. You know, with speakers, and we did what we could. We never had anybody.
I like how you said that, because you're right. We did what we could.
We did what we could.
And we still do what we can
That's
today.
right.
That's how we rock.
We did what we could, and we still do what we can. So today, I've kind of mixed feelings about it, because, like, I don't want to participate. But for somebody to cut their teeth, get in front of a mic, and express themselves and their music and what they feel, it's all art. right? As opinions go with our arts, they're like buttholes. Everybody's got them and they all stink, right? I don't care. Everybody's like, I love what I'm doing. I don't care what you think about what I'm doing. So I'm gonna pay my $25 and get my thing off right here.
Yeah.
It's supply and demand. There's a demand for that release, and these guys are supplying it. I can't really knock them for the hustle.
But is that helping? Is that helping the engine or the culture?
No, it's not helping the engine.
It's helping
or the
their
culture.
pockets.
But it doesn't even help their
That's it.
pockets because they're probably coming out with like a buck and some change. At the end of the
helping
day.
their pockets,
the
trust.
promoters' pockets.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. The promoter's not even making that much money because you got to think about the promoter still. If he's charging, then that means that the spot is charging him, right? And if the spot is charging him, that means that he's got to pay security. He's got to pay for whatever else. You know what I'm saying? His overhead, flyers, whatever he's got to do. So if at the end of the night he might come out with 100 and some change in his pocket, real talk, and we all know this because we've all been through it too. You know what I'm saying? So. It's not even like he's really doing anything. He's not
some
doing
of these
anything.
guys,
for
some of these
anybody.
guys will draw 50 cats at 35 a head. And
$100.
and there's no security.
Yeah, but is
there.
anybody doing that though?
$100 and you
Who's
got
doing that?
25 groups at some off-brand club.
Yeah.
And you telling these groups, the more people that they bring, you know what I'm saying, the more tickets
Exactly.
they sell.
And they charge their people to
and
get
they
in
still
too.
charge their people, and they pocket the money because one of their folks wins. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yup.
And it's all a hustle.
Yup.
So it doesn't do anything for the culture except for put people on a platform in front of their peers to do their thing.
But it doesn't do anything for the culture though.
I don't
It-
think
it
so.
takes
man.
away from it.
It takes away from the culture. It helps with the business of that individual.
It dilutes the culture a bit.
Me being an artist, man, a rap artist and everything, I'm one of those cats that get on and sing. I'm Flyberg, by the way. You can find me at Flyberg at YouTube.com.
All right.
But as far as like me going to a show or something, you gotta pay to perform, and I'm seeing all these cats always outside the club talking about, man, I gotta pay for this, pay for that. I'm like, yo, you getting recognition though. You know what I'm saying?
But are they really
Everybody-
getting recognition though?
Like Theory said, they're releasing.
Yeah.
This is something that they want to do. Everybody's talking about, they got money and all this stuff. It shouldn't be a problem to go in there and pay some money and go in there.
I
and
feel you, yeah. I feel you on
and
that side
release.
of it,
Everybody,
yeah.
just like you said.
Yeah.
Everybody has to pay dues.
Yeah.
So it's a hustle. Everybody want to make money. So they're shining. You never know who's in that room that day.
Okay, but look, I'm gonna flip it though. All right, so look, if I'm an artist and I gotta pay, let's just say, seen as a promoter, right? And he got this spot. He's like, you gotta pay $25 to come audition. Coast to coast auditions. I see this all the time on social media. Coast to coast auditions. Come out to DC, pay $25. All right, so if I pay them and if I'm ill, you know what I'm saying? But they're like, I don't like that type of music. But look, shouldn't I be getting paid though? Because if I'm performing for all these people, and if I bring people out, let's say I bring 50 people with me, and they all pay $10 to get in.
No doubt, I feel you. Now, what you just said, that situation, there's a lot of scams out there. Those are the ones that want the money. Those are the ones there. That audition stuff, my son is going through that right now. I'm like, yo, you got to pay $150 to audition? I'm like, come on,
audition
man.
for what?
For what? If you nice and you won the contest, why should you have to pay?
Exactly.
They doing this all across, in Moto. They
everywhere.
doing that. They doing it everywhere.
All the time.
The bank on that.
Yeah.
But I know you had something to say, Theory. But yeah, I appreciate the time.
Oh man, I got a lot of editing.
Yeah, that's why I don't get on. That's why I don't get on the joints, man. I'm going to therapy right now for that.
I got edits all over the board, man. That's what's up. Better, you about to say something, man?
Nah, like Bird was saying, man. I think it does kind of go hand in hand because a lot of times, nobody's meeting on the block no more. Nobody's meeting at the sidewalk. Nobody's meeting at the corner. Everybody's going to the club to see anybody do anything right now, unless you're just going to YouTube. So you kind of, if you don't pay that $20 to get in perform, where you gonna perform at?
All right, but look, I'm gonna take
as far as that audition
All right,
thing
go ahead.
goes too, man. You do got to somewhere down the line. You got to thin it out a little bit because we all know, man. There's a lot of people doing it that shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I rap. I get down. Did off my toes when I blew my nose, Jacob. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just wreck. So we got to filter them out. And the promoter really he is
A
just
lot of
taking
them winning
their money.
right now, though.
Yeah.
See, them the ones that bring 50 folks with them.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's like the dudes is nice, can't bring out nobody.
No, but look, I talk to a lot of 85er artists too, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with them. They're like, yo, It's just like you said, the ones who bringing a lot of people out. It's like, yo, if you could be the best 85er artist, but it's the same thing. If you don't have a following, nobody really cares. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's only because they're going to promoters. They're not going to greenlighters, man. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to these promoters who are really nobodies. They're just cats that came out of high school that aren't doing anything. They're like, yo, you know what? I got a little in with this spot. Let me go ahead and just make some money. I got social media is free. Everything is free. I can flip it.
Everybody's dreaming, though, man. And people are just cashing in on it. Everybody's dreaming. There's a gazillion rappers, man. And now, rappers. And then with beats on your iPhone, where there's 50 bazillion producers now. It's all diluted. There's so much of it. That's why.
That's real talk. It is really diluted.
It's really
man.
diluted. That's
saturated.
Why the road is so tough.
That's why
But I tell you what, Fairfax, you're tuned in to On Beat with djOHLOW, and you're getting the real. All right, it's
that
here.
Raw.
Let them know.
I wanted to ask you something, man, because you said that Rosenberg, one of the Rosenberg, it was Peter Rosenberg, right?
Yeah, Pete.
Does he have anything to do with Paul Rosenberg, founder of Shady Records?
No.
Nothing at all. They're two completely different families.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah, I'm not like my last name is Harris, but like T.I. ain't gonna give me no money. You know what I mean? Yo, Cliff, I'm a Harris too.
Cousins.
Cliff, we cousins.
Look, our time is almost out, man, but I just want to give everybody an opportunity, to say whatever you feel is in your heart.
What I feel in my heart is we should go another hour.
We can, man. We can. Real quick, man, I'm looking at therichest.com. And I guess it's expensive lifestyles, right? And they're talking about the richest hip hop labels. And it
Theory is not on that list.
It says that Death Row is the richest, founded in 1991
Death
by
Row?
Suge Knight. I never knew that, man. I never knew it was the richest.
Well, it was the gulliest.
You know how many albums they were selling in the 90s?
Hold on, man. I got to jump in, man. Because when you invited me, you said that we were going to find out like who's running the hip hop game. So I'd like to know. I want to hear from these guys, especially since they're
my final
MCs
vote,
and DJs.
my final vote is
aside
money.
from Universal and all that
money.
crap.
You don't have to grip the mic, man. It's not going to go anywhere.
I like it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Now we got that on. Be sure to catch this video. You needed to see that. Yeah.
All right, but go ahead, man. So you want to know from everybody. You want to know their opinions of who runs.
Yeah, who runs.
All right, cool. So this is it, man. We're gonna finalize it there, man. We'll start to the left over here because the camera's here. We'll start with Scene. Let's go ahead and just tell us, man, just one more time who you are, how people can find you, and then just let us know who runs the hip hop engine, man, overall, in your opinion.
Man, you find me at my website is sceneartstudios.com, and that's Scene SCENE artstudios.com. Same thing.
And you're an artist. You're not an MC. You're not a DJ. You're not a beat maker.
But I'm part of hip hop though.
Yeah, of course.
Scene Art One is Twitter. Scene Art One is the Instagram and all that. But as far as hip hop, who runs hip hop? Me, I'm gonna come from a different lane because I say when it's hip hop.
You said me. I run it.
I didn't say me. I will say that, but I think it's people. As far as hip hop, when I say hip hop,
man.
I know
it is
everybody's
us,
talking about
man.
the money. I know everybody's talking about the money, but if we don't support it, and if we don't sit there and pay it, they're gonna find something else, and that's what caused them to find hip hop in the first place. It was a grassroots movement. But I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about that on hip hop.
That's what's up, Mike. We're gonna skip you. We'll come back to you because it's your question right now. So Chavi, same thing to you, man. Who, in your opinion, man, who runs hip hop overall? Who runs this?
In my opinion, well, I mean, that's a hard question because really who runs it is that Jewish dude behind the mask. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But like he said, I like this answer. We support it, but hip hop is everywhere now. Hip hop is the soundtrack of life right now. You turn on TV on, you see hip hop. You see people dancing to Sprite commercials. You see people doing this.
Sesame Street, man.
Sesame. I mean, hip hop Harry, son. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And hip hop went so far to be the last genre of music to be like, oh, it's nothing, and gave it thumbs down when it first started. You know what I'm saying? Now, people, like I said earlier, people are living off hip hop. I mean, eating big time. And what they want to call hip hop, I can discriminate on that because everything to me is not hip hop. You know what I mean? We got certain genres of hip hop outside of what I say is genre. What hip hop to me is golden age. The real stuff. We started out chopping stuff up. And then it went to a whole new level where people started playing bands and they make their own hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So what's hip hop to you is different from what I feel. What's hip hop. But I mean, as far as who's running it, we not running it. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting the big dollars off of it. I do hip hop every day. I live hip hop, you know. And as far as what I'm trying to do, that's Chamba, Choppy's House of Music, Beats, and Art. You know, I'm trying to incorporate everything together. That's CHOMBAA. You know what I'm saying?
If people wanted to find you one more time, just hit them with the Twitter.
The Twitter, Chopness Monster with an A.
Everything Chopness Monster.
Everything Chopness Monster. Or go to chamba.com or Choppy Sound.
Word, that's what's up,
on
man.
that joint.
Theory, same question to you, man.
Peace. Yeah, well, who runs hip hop? I was trying to be clever about it, but really when it comes down to it, it is people that run hip hop. It's a trend. Trend is what people, defined as something that people are, communal in what's popular and doing together. And so the support of it gives it its energy, But the bottom line is hip hop is something you live. Rap is something you do.
Exactly.
Rap
That's
in the
what's
rap
up.
industry
Indeed.
is run by money and politics in it to follow the trends to make more money. It's completely circular. You know what I'm saying? The trends make money, and to make more money, you track the trend that makes the money, and it's all circular and never ending. Hip hop is something I live, and I run that.
That's what's up.
Now, if you want to check out some music, if you'd like to hear something, check out thepackage.bandcamp.com. I send you guys there every week, thepackage.bandcamp.com. Lots of free downloads if you like it. I need some more followers on Twitter, all right? At Theory Beats.
At
if you'd
Theory
like to.
Beats.
That's right, at Theory Beats if you'd like.
That's what's up. Flyberg, same question, man.
Who runs hip hop? Hip hop, I mean, y'all can say it no better. Hip hop is just something that you live. Hip hop is running us. That's how I look at it. Hip hop is running all the cats that's been in the grind for the longest time, from the art form, a form of the dancing and the break dancing and all that stuff. It's that deep underground stuff like that. And now it's just so much money involved and all that. I think the Martians are up there in the airways just mixing everything up and stuff. Hip hop is just something that you live. You're on Flyberg, man. You can catch me at flyberg.com, Flyberg YouTube, Flyberg Facebook. Just Google Flyberg. That's BURG. Flyberg, like Gaithersburg. Moco County stand up. 124 Love. Chamba.
That's what's up, man. Over here, Noik the Grizz. Same question, man. Who runs it?
Well, you ask me, hip hop is ran by the culture of hip hop is ran by everybody who can say I am hip hop.
Word.
All of us who live it. On the other side,
The engine, though. What about the
engine? The same corporate beast that runs entertainment.
That's what's up. I like how you said that.
Unfortunately.
Corporate beasts.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are.
It's a
man.
monster.
It is a monster. It's not the Chop Nest monster.
We
either.
have
it was the
the
China.
power. We have the power to take it back, but we must unite in order for that to happen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're right.
Period.
Exactly.
Unity is the key, man. And if people wanted to find you online, man, on Twitter.
I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna follow my partner. I'm saying my producer. Thepackage.bandcamp.com.
Word.
Thepackage.bandcamp.com. If you want to holler at Noyeek, you can catch me at Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And that's it right there. Noyeek at Twitter. You know what I mean? Noyeek.
No, it's not. Isn't it
At
at Noyeek? Yeah.
you know
Let's
what?
get that right. The technophobe. Write it down for you.
To the left over here, man.
You got
Better.
jokes early, cuz?
Same question.
And the mic. I got jokes and the mic.
Yo,
Yeah.
peace, family.
Same question to you, man. Who runs the engine, the hip hop engine?
Man, at the end of the day, life runs hip hop in the engine and the money. Without the life, you ain't, can't live, man. So at the end of the day, that's how I look at it, man. And that's the culture, that's the people, that's everything that revolves around it all. It's life. So life runs hip hop.
That's what's up. But I want to know who really runs it, though. I get the life part. but
Money. Whoever
No,
got
I
the
know.
money.
But in your opinion, though, who runs it, though, man? Who really runs it?
I think they go hand in hand. I still think it's equilateral. I think they can't have one without the other. Now, whoever's running it is whoever's hot at that time. So whatever's hot, because
That's what I want to hear.
hip
yeah,
hop.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hip. You know
So
what I mean?
the
The
trends-
word
the
represents
trends
itself.
still
Whatever's
run
trendy.
hip-hop.
That's right.
Whatever's
Yeah.
hip at that point, that's what's hot.
Trend
Whatever
makes
you know.
money.
Yeah,
Money
that's
makes
yeah.
the trend.
So whatever's hot, whatever they choose to be hot, because it's still half and half. Sometimes it's what the people think is hot, but then once they get an inkling of an understanding, and when I say them, you know what I mean, once the industry, once the machine gets an inkling of understanding of what they think is hot, they take it, turn it to something else, and just keep feeding you till you bust, and then it switch over across, so they got to check back with the people to find out what's hot now, what's hip now,
Yeah.
and then it just
Constant.
Piggybacks back and forth off of each other.
All right, I got to get out of here because our time's up. But I want to end it with this, man. I want to end it with, is hip hop doomed because of the corporations, or are we going to be saved by the internet? Because the internet changed a lot of things, because the corporations, the corporate monsters, like Noik said, or I don't know who said that, but the corporate monsters are dying out because they're not selling records. Like I said, man, the highest sold record last year in 2012 was Mac Miller. You know what I'm saying?
What record was it?
I don't know, man. Whatever his freshman joint was.
Mac Miller beasts over everybody.
144,000. I mean, does anybody know how many records Michael Jackson sold? Anybody know?
That's how it is now.
Yeah, but it was like something like 67 or 68 million.
You were talking about Death
right?
Row earlier. Pac was selling like 30 million albums.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and
30 million
we're down
albums?
to 144, and now, and like you said, that was independent. So that means that the major labels couldn't even touch him independently.
Yeah, but I mean? the days of them getting those nice deals, like, you know, Swiss Beats, his first beat sold for $180,000.
Yeah.
I sold one beat for $180,000. I'm about to bank, so I'm about to be the new hip hop right here.
And Rough Riders is actually on that list of being one of the richest labels too.
Yeah, but
he got paid.
Them days are over. You can't.
Yeah, internet cop blocked all that, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Straight dead at that. Son.
I mean, it killed the record labels too, because they're not selling no CDs.
Yeah.
You go online sales, people buy stuff online. It's always getting around it and getting stuff for free, man. You know what I mean?
Paper companies going out of business and stuff.
Yeah. Everything.
Plastic and everything.
That's what's up. Mike, back to you, man. 360.
All right.
So did
so
everybody
I had the question. Yeah. I had
answer
the question. I think, what I gathered from that was that it seems like well, I mean, I was thinking the same thing actually when I asked it. I thought you were going to ask me. So my answer would have been, you know, the youth, you know, and the young people,
the kids.
Yeah, that's what runs it, because they decide what's gonna sell. You know,
okay.
So you know, Scene said, you know, we run it. Some of the other guys say, you know,
Bolo run this.
Yeah, right. They live it. You know, so they're hip hoppers. But I think with the internet and all that, it's up and down, but yeah, it's I think the young people, you know, I mean, and when I say young, it could range from, you know, 10 years old to 40, you know, like, I think that's whoever's buying it is who runs it, I think, you know.
Yeah, I think, you know, our time is almost up, man. It is up, actually. People wanted to find you one more time, man. How can they find you?
You can check me out at moveclothing.com or Twitter at moveclothing.
That's what's up.
At the Evil Square.
And that's MUVE.
MUVE.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. We didn't get into a lot of things I wanted to talk about, but this is the kind of conversation, just, you know, it won't stop, man. We can go and we could be in here for 8 hours and we still won't come to any conclusions, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. And everybody here is right, man, because everything that you guys are saying is really what runs hip hop, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But we still haven't got to the root, man. You know what I mean? How do we go from all these labels down to only 3? To labels taking over hip-hop and then just giving it up, you know what I'm saying, just spitting it back out, and now it's like the Wild Wild West, and now independents are the highest sold records, you know what I'm saying, like a kid, 19-year-old kid that I haven't even heard his album, and that's not right, you know what I mean? How do we do that, man? How we come to this day? I haven't heard this guy's album. The albums that I still listen to today aren't even selling, and that's a problem too. But again, this is On Beat with OHLOW. I got to get out of here, man. The time is up. And I'll see everybody next week, man. Peace.